Hi guys, welcome to our natural garden again. In summer we discover something new here every day. There are new flowers, fruits that are getting ripe, insects are enjoying their time. Let's take a look at what we were up to this time.
Our perennial leeks are in bloom and they seem to be very popular for all insects. There are bees, bumblebees, butterflies or moths. There's some other beetle or something that I haven't seen before. This is a very interesting bee, solitary bee here. So it's very diverse here on the leeks. I love that.
Yeah, it's great. We always love various insects when they are not pests, of course, in huge amounts, trying to destroy everything.
I would like to remove the flowers because we don't need them spreading everywhere, but I can't do it because of the insects. I couldn't do it to them.
Yeah, we have to wait for the right time, but we don't want the seeds to spread again because we would have leaks everywhere.
Which we already do. That's from last year's spreading.
These ones, look guys, they are sprouting, a lot of them. Here a lot of plants are also blooming in this herb garden. Lavender for the first time, which I'm really happy about. It was very tiny, like this big when I first started it. It was just a cutting from an older plant and it took roots here and yay. And this one, wow, look at it. I don't know the English name. In Czech it's called Izop, so maybe Izep. I'm just guessing. I will put the name on the screen, but it's doing so well here and I can see bumblebees and various bees here as well, and here on these smaller ones too. So it's amazing to have such plants that insects appreciate and you can really see how much they love it here.
We planted 3 sour cherry shrubs as part of our hedge. Here are 2 of them. The third one died, but we already have a replacement waiting in a pot. And they have sour cherries for the first time this year. They look like they are ripe, so we thought they could harvest them now.
So Tommy is going to harvest them now to demonstrate for the camera.
Here, look at me demonstrating how to harvest sour cherries.
Wow.
They are soft, dark. These don't grow like trees, they grow like shrubs. They should be about 2 to 3 meters high, I think. So we'll see. They are quite small, but they are growing. You can see growth every year. I'm not going to taste on camera because I don't want to make, the sour face.
Yeah, sour cherries are sour, as one would expect from the name.
We have a bigger sour cherry tree in the yard, which was already here when we bought the place, and that one has way more fruits and they are getting ripe as well. So I think we are going to harvest that one maybe within a week, something like that.
This is probably the 5th time I am picking raspberries. I don't even remember how many times has it been already. And it's amazing. There are so many of them and we have many different varieties. So there are differences in the shape of the fruits and in the taste as well. In the color there are yellow ones as well. Not as many as the red ones, but there are yellow ones and it's so interesting and amazing. Here on this shrub we have tayberries. They are called tayberries or tieberries. They are a hybrid between raspberries and blackberries. They look more like raspberries, dark red, and the taste is not as good as raspberries. So raspberries are definitely better. These ones are more sour. I don't know, raspberries are so much sweeter and better.
I started picking slugs.
Wow.
Today is the second time I'm picking them because I noticed there are more and more of them in the garden, and it was raining a little bit today, so they came out earlier, so I used the opportunity. I will then pour boiling water on them, which will kill them instantly, and we will use them as a fertilizer, so we will turn them into something good for our garden.
Yeah, so they will be useful for us. It's a very nice fertilizer.
Number 200 for today.
Yay! Wow, it's crazy how many there are in the garden.
I'm just walking randomly.
Mm-hmm.
I can't cover the whole surface.
Yeah. Wow.
Bingo!
After pouring boiling water on them, it looks like this on the next day. We always add more water to make the solution thinner, and then we just pour it to the trees and shrubs and cover it with a bit of hay so it doesn't stink. Then it starts decomposing and adding nutrients to the soil. I was removing bits of the sour cherries with this device. We have had it for 4 years already and it works pretty well. It's not perfect, but 95% of the time it removes successfully the bit of the sour cherries, so it makes this task so much faster. It's quite a lot. It's quite heavy. We will put it into our freezer, of course. That's our main method of preserving fruits. And there are still a lot of more sour cherries on the tree here in the yard, so yeah, we'll have more.
More begonias are flowering everywhere, and it's interesting that this one and this one were supposed to be exactly the same. I bought 2 pieces of the same begonia, and this one has such full flowers, and the other one is more simple, what we are used to.
Yeah.
And I never bought anything different. I don't know why that one is different. Maybe they made a mistake and they sent us something else than what I ordered, but it's really pretty, so I don't mind.
Yeah, we don't mind, but it's so interesting that you never know what you actually buy.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are mistakes and you find out when it flowers.
It's the same with shrubs. I bought red currant. No, I bought a white currant and it turned out to be red. So you never know. Yeah. And these ones are now flowering as well. And again, this yellow one looks quite full, big. The red ones are very different, like a different kind of flower. And again, I think that they are all from the same batch of the same kind, supposedly.
And it's incredible that one flower, one kind of plant can look so different. So many different types of flowers, colors, everything.
Yeah. And there are even completely different kinds of begonias. These are so different and they are supposed to be the same.
Yeah, amazing. Guys, I just baked this cherry pie and I can't believe it. This is fresh out of the oven and it looks quite nice. This part, the decorative thingy on top, is a mess, but I don't care about the beauty. I care about the taste and hopefully it will be amazing. There are a lot of sour cherries in there, so it's actually a sour cherry pie, which is interesting. I had no idea, but a lot of recipes on the internet for cherry pie were with sour cherries, so yeah, there we go. After 2 hours I could cut it because it had to cool off. That was in the recipe, so we had to wait 2 hours. And now it's here. Look, it looks great, I think. A normal professional pie. So that's great. I already tasted some crumbs and they were promising. Wow. Wow, this is so good. Wow. Guys, it's amazing with the sour cherries. I can imagine it with normal sweet cherries, but that would be blender, quite bland. And this has a lot of taste and the combination is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my god.
This is delicious. There's so much of the filling. It's not like store-bought, you know, where you are looking for the filling, but it's so rich in taste.
Yeah, full of our sour cherries. So organic and whole grain. Yay! Such cherry pies are not really a thing here in the Czech Republic, so it's great that we are able to taste it fresh from our garden, and I'm so happy, always happy when my baking is a success. Some time ago I noticed that one of our shrubs of sea buckthorn was dying in the garden, so I cut off these branches and put them into water, and now there are roots. I don't know if you can see something. So it was a good call because the main shrub died. Something happened to the roots. Maybe voles were feeding too much of them, so the plant couldn't get nutrition and water through the roots. I assume because these branches rooted in the water. There are roots and they look okay. They were just growing here in water. The jar was sitting in our living room by the window, and yeah, it's time to put them into soil so they have more nutrients and they can continue growing. I will just put some soil into this small pot. It's not a very high quality soil, I have to say, but sea buckthorns are supposed to be not very demanding when it comes to soil, so it should be okay. And I will just take one. Now I'm going to add more soil, and I will just pour water here, and hopefully the plant will continue growing. We'll see. And I have to do this maybe 10 times because I have 10 cuttings. Here I'm propagating ivy by cuttings. So the sea buckthorn is not the first thing I have done. This ivy is growing nicely. I also cut these stems from the main plant and then put them into water. They were there for maybe 6 weeks. Roots appeared and now they are here in the soil and they are growing. So that's cool. In the end I planted 5 of them. Here they are. The other 5 haven't developed roots yet, so I will keep them in the water for longer. I have already propagated other plants this way. The easiest was Virginia creeper. It's from the grapevine family. It's a wild plant that can grow on fences. So I planted a few of them along the fence, and those ones developed roots so fast. It was in a few weeks and quite a lot of roots. So yeah, and the ivy was also quite fast. These ones are different because these ones are shrubs. So I am happy that roots showed up here and hopefully it will be a success. These 2 willows are also propagated by cuttings, and just 2 months ago these were tiny branches put into water. Roots appeared and now they are growing like crazy and so much. Wow. Tommy is all blue, so of course it's time to pick some of our blueberries.
That's why I dress like this, exactly.
Exactly.
The blueberries are so huge. It's crazy.
Wow.
And there are a lot of them, which is Peter's favorite part, I think.
Yeah, that's what I love, when there is a lot of everything.
They are ripening gradually, so I'm trying to pick only those which are really purple.
They have a good life here because they grow so fast and big, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Look at the size of these ones. I can't. How can they be so big? This is crazy. Wow. Oh my god. I haven't seen such big blueberries ever. Until now in our garden. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. Wow.
This is such a great harvest, and we are only getting started because we have 4 shrubs and they are different varieties. They get ripe at different times, so there's still a lot to come.
Yeah, I've been also picking our first blackberries this season. Yay! There is this one plant that is ahead of normal fruiting time. There are other ones in this blackberry corner, and those fruits are not ready yet, not by far. But this one, amazing big sweet blackberries. Amazing. I have an update about our gooseberries. You know, the ones whose leaves were eaten almost completely by the little green caterpillars. Those are gooseberry sawflies. So there are many various kinds of sawflies. These ones specialize in gooseberries and sometimes in red currants. Luckily ours weren't affected. So the leaves luckily came back. They are small and we picked more than 400 caterpillars. So that's crazy. Hopefully we killed most of them. Maybe a new generation will appear again. Hopefully not. But so far it looks like we are out of the woods for now. And there are a few fruits. Some of them are green, some are red variety, and they are sweet tasting and very yummy.
Our onions seem to be ripe. We only have a few of them because we don't eat much onions, but we try every year to plant a few. Usually it doesn't work out, they turn out to be quite small, but this year some of them seem to be quite huge. So I will try to dig them up.
It's very big. Hopefully not rotten, because the soil is quite wet.
Yeah, so I wanted to take them out and maybe just leave them here to dry off. I heard that's what you do.
Yeah, and they look okay and very nice, very big.
Yeah, much bigger than other years. Not all of them, and some of them just died, but it's still better than any previous years.
Yeah, I love it. So we don't use them much, but sometimes you need onions for cooking and baking. So
this is more the usual size.
Yeah.
Okay, so here they are. There are some really big ones. We've never had this before, so that's a success for me, even though some of them didn't work out. But still, overall, it's an improvement. I think I learned my lesson from last year when I put them too deep in the soil, like garlics. This time I kept them like close to the ground and to the surface, and I guess it worked out.
The harvest of everything is in full swing. There are more and more veggies getting ripe. Here I was very happy with this long cucumber, it's amazing. And we are just getting started, so who knows what awaits us next time. Don't forget to give us a like if you enjoyed spending time with us in our garden. And see you guys in another video. Bye!